Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Hello and welcome to our nightly segment, To Entrap a Bozo. Tonight we've caught up with a man who is under the impression that he'll be meeting a fellow detractor of Bill HB 1015. However, in reality, he's going to undergo an exceptional instance of re-education. Let's begin. We've caught the man and are currently holding him in the kitchen of a suburban home under the guise of a slight delay in their protesting plans, yet he'll soon see the error of his ways. Hey, so can we get this show on the road? Oh, we certainly can do so, my friend. Sir, if you don't mind, who even are you? And what have you done with Boris Jaundice, the gentleman with whom I intended to protest the most recent controversial bill, as it opposes the values of my political party? Well, sir, I'm Tris Yamson from Coyote Network's To Entrap a Bozo, and I'm here on the account of your disdain for the bill. That implies you're here to re-educate me. Yikes. Yes, and since you've prepared yourself for the worst, let's commence the knowledge. Well, my initial quandary with the bill was that I was under the impression that I, as a Republican, would dislike it, as it implements government intervention into the market, which I'm not fond of inherently. Well, that's where you're incorrect, bozo. Well, according to PewResearch.com, fully 76% of Republicans say that government regulation of business does more harm than good. This is due to the impression on their part that the government intervention is conducive to diminishing funds. However, one must analyze the full contents of a bill prior to passing judgment. The rest of the bill proposes a system in which failure to contribute to the market and those that are less equipped to contribute are punished, which would encourage them to contribute, but would also mean that the lower level classes, who are majorly Republican, will face further trials when trying to maintain grades within a passing parameter. However, the current oversaturation of passing grades means that achievement beyond is difficult, which is what this bill attempts to counteract. Furthermore, the bill is presumed to hold a future markup that will even further stand to implore scholars put forth more effort when completing work. By taxing those that refuse to turn in work, not only will the average grade improve, but if one is forced to turn work in, they'll certainly ensure that it's competent. Fortunately, this bill seems to be approved within the bicameral Congress that OI is under, which holds great prospects for Representative Saithamal's victory in the upcoming midterm election. Oh, and what makes you say that? Well, allow me to fulfill my basic goal, which is to inform the public about politics and government. First, one must possess a basic understanding of how the government carries out its lawmaking function. But before I explain this, let's cut to an ad break.
This kitchen is so hard to clean. If only there was an easier way.
Hi, I'm Derek Bum. Say goodbye to daily stains and dirty surfaces with new Kitchen Gun. This sink is filthy, but just 3 shots from Kitchen Gun and it sparkles like new. Look how it cleans this greasy hob.
Goodbye, dirt!
Grubby tiles.
I love you, Kitchen Gun!
Rusty taps.
Bang, bang!
You can even use it on the washing up.
Bang, bang, bang!
There, all clean again. New Kitchen Gun, now with laser sight and night vision for after dark cleaning.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. When we left off, I was just about to explain how a bill becomes a law and how the success of Bill HB 1015 will determine the political future of incumbent Dave Saithamal. After proposal a bill is sent to a standing committee. Our House of Representatives currently holds a Republican majority, fortunately, meaning that the Speaker of the House is also Republican. He is elected to send it to the Academics Committee, which holds a fair amount of jurisdiction over the subject matter of the bill. This is indicative of a lack of sabotage from the Speaker, insinuating his support, which is very valuable for Saithamal as he is the sole independent representative among the members of the House. Also, seeing as the Senate Majority Leader's position is far less powerful than the Speaker of the House, this truly shows the importance of holding support from the Speaker, which Saithamal does, evidently, as they are definitely capable of exploiting their power should they choose to do so, considerably more so than any party leader. Thus, considering the support from the Republican majority in the proportional representation system of the House of Representatives, wherein Republican Party holds dominance in the Senate as well, one can assume that they will support the bill too. And they may place riders that either further other purposes therein, which would be beneficial to us as Republicans, or would add to the value of the bill in and of itself. However, while the perception of the bill matters in Congress for its success, public perception is also key, despite it being the case that most citizens do not participate actively in politics in ways other than voting. We have observed the desire for change among the public, which is divided into thirds by each party alignment. Fortunately, as seen by Representative Saithamal's previous election, we can see that the OI government does not adhere to the concept of a two-party system, and instead seems to show a multi-party system, as it is not entirely impossible for an independent candidate to be elected. Anyway, the public desires change, and an independent candidate holds the best capability in their representation function, as they're not bound to the values of a party or a party coalition. However, an independent candidate cannot partake in a primary election and must attain victory alone in the general election. Saithamal must only face a Democrat, however, as there is no Republican candidate currently participating in the upcoming general election. Thus, Saithamal has the potential to have at least 2/3 of the vote, should his bill be favorable, and it brings about change to some description, which is in high demand in and of itself. Saithamal also doesn't require a nomination, meaning that he may simply run if he desires. He also has support among his constituency, so his prospects of victory are decent. The implications of his victory also hold good things for the Republican Party, as he'll be given influence over the upcoming redistricting after the census takes place. And he may hold some of his Republican tendencies in consideration when he may or may not partake in gerrymandering should he elect to do so. The only true obstacle that Saithamal currently faces outside of those evident in lacking support among the Senate is a veto, as his bill has support in Congress for the most part. We must still hold out for any changes made in the Senate beyond our assumptions, though, and also those made in a potential conference committee. Therefore, the success of Representative Saithamal's bill in Congress is beneficial to the Republican machine, as it is cohesive with Republican values, it has support among congressmen, it holds implication over his desirable victory in the upcoming election outside of, or over rather, the Democratic candidate, and he may benefit us in the upcoming census as well by redrawing the district borders in favor of a Republican majority in more districts. Yeah, alright, cool. Can I go now? Yeah, sure thing, bud.